Every animal on Earth makes noise when it's hurt. A trapped bird screeches. A wounded dog whines. This is how nature designed you to get help. But when humans are pushed to their absolute emotional limit, something highly unusual happens. We leak clear liquid from our eyes. In biology, a system rarely wastes resources. Every drop of sweat cools your skin, and every rapid blink keeps your delicate corneas wet. Nature optimizes for survival, which makes emotional weeping appear to be a fatal compromise. Imagine you are in deep distress. A predator could be tracking you. Your vision is your most vital asset. Flooding your own eyes and coating your vision in a thick, blurry film at the exact moment you need to survive defies all logic. In 1872, Charles Darwin looked at this exact problem. He published a detailed study on emotions, trying to figure out why we cry. At the time, scientists viewed facial expressions as purely mechanical. They would apply electrical probes to the face to map how individual muscles reacted to stimulation. Looking at his clinical evidence of infants crying, Darwin concluded that emotional tears served no purpose. He claimed they were an accidental side effect of eye muscles contracting too hard during distress. The man who decoded evolution was stumped. He saw it as a biological mistake. But recent discoveries suggest Darwin was looking at the long set of variables, that these drops are a functional piece of survival hardware. 100,000 years ago, our ancestors faced a serious crisis out on the savannah. We were slow. We lacked sharp claws and thick fur. To survive the harsh elements, we had to cluster into tight tribes and rely entirely on deep social bonds. But deep bonds mean intense grief when someone dies or is injured. And in that environment, sound is deadly. A loud scream travels for miles across the grass, broadcasting the exact location of a helpless target to every predator in the area. To survive trauma without drawing in a pack of wolves, our ancestors required a silent alarm, a way to signal extreme internal agony without making a single sound. This diagram shows what psychologist Dr. Vingerhoets discovered when he analyzed human tears. Your body produces 3 distinct types. Basal tears act as a constant, thin shield of moisture over your eye. Reflex tears flash flood your eye when you chop an onion and are mostly water. But the third type, the emotional tear, is an anomaly. If we zoom in on the emotional tear, we see its unique composition. It is thick, heavy, and sticky, almost like tree sap, because it contains 25% more protein than regular tears. Hidden inside that dense liquid are highly specific compounds. It carries a stress hormone called ACTH, alongside a molecule called leucine and kephalin. That is a natural endorphin. It functions like a microscopic dose of morphine manufactured directly inside your skull. The act of crying is the body manufacturing chemical waste to physically pump psychological pain out of the skull so it doesn't destroy the mind. But the fluid itself is only half the system. According to evolutionary biologist Dr. Orrin Hassan, the physical act of crying serves a tactical purpose. When a tear rolls down your face, your pupils dilate and your vision blurs, dropping your ability to fight or defend yourself to near zero. In prehistory, functional helplessness was a significant risk. Showing weakness to an enemy meant death. But showing that exact same weakness to your tribe triggered an immediate, comforting empathy response. We can see the power of that empathy 60,000 years ago in a deep limestone cavern in modern-day Iraq. Archaeologists found the remains of a Neanderthal known as Shanidar IV. He was battered, suffered from arthritis, and could not hunt. In a purely brutal world, he would have been a burden. Instead, his tribe kept him alive for years. When Shanidar IV finally stopped breathing, his tribe gathered around him in the dark. Soil analysis later revealed high concentrations of ancient pollen. The tribe walked for miles across rugged terrain to collect colorful wild bachelor's buttons, hollyhocks, and hyacinths to craft a bed of flowers for his final rest. Imagine standing in that cold cave, looking at a lost companion. You don't roar because the shadows outside are full of teeth. Instead, heavy, protein-rich tears spill over your eyelids. Another hunter sees that wet glint in the firelight. He sees your shared pain, steps closer and places a hand on your shoulder, triggering an immediate flood of oxytocin in your brain. Tears were the biological white flag that bound survivors together. Now look at how you live today. You sit in climate-controlled rooms behind solid concrete walls, connected to billions of other humans through a glowing piece of glass. Yet, despite having more communication tools than any generation in history, we are starving for deep connection. When you feel that ancient, heavy pressure building behind your eyes today, you fight it, you apologize for it, you rush to lock yourself inside a bathroom stall and furiously wipe the moisture away with a synthetic tissue before anyone can see. Modern societal norms often suppress this biological response, treating an evolutionary advantage as a sign of defeat. We have built a world where crying is viewed as a shameful malfunction rather than a tool for bonding. For 200,000 years, a tear was a sacred bridge between you and your tribe. It was a silent command for love and protection that kept our ancestors alive in a world full of predators. Today, we have traded our tribes for individual walls. We retreat into isolation at the exact moment we feel the lowest. By treating our own tears as a flaw to be hidden in the dark, we isolate ourselves from the very signal our biology designed to bring people closer to us. We have been weeping alone ever since.